For me, when you look at marketing capability, there's certain elements. You've got people, you've got technology tools, and you've got things like marketing automation platforms. For me, marketing automation is not the most important part. It's more about having the right training and the right skill set and the right people. Every marketer should be a digital CRM and a social expert. Every marketer should. Simple as that. If you're not, that's why people, agencies actually kind of make a lot of money out of big brands, because it's actually addressing a fundamental knowledge and skills gap that marketers have. I mean, as soon as marketers get those skills, agency revenue, third-party consultants start to lose a bit of revenue. So for me, getting the right people, getting the right processes around those people is infinitely more important than getting a new software platform. My personal belief is that heads of digital are putting themselves out of a job. And many years ago, I used to work at Coke in Sydney, and my boss was a very smart man, and I was doing an e-business job, and he said to me, your job is to put yourself out of a job. You have to drop the E off e-business. You have to drop the E off e-marketing. You just become a marketer. And I think every marketer needs to have those fundamental skills. You need to understand social, content, digital, demand generation, as well as brand building. It's no longer an option, it's mandatory. So at Philips, we have a global training program called Digital at Scale. What it is 6 different competencies like search, social, analytics, e-commerce, etc. And within each of those 6 competencies, we train all of our commercial staff, our marketers and customer-facing sales guys. We take them through up to 7 layers of training. Now, as you go through the first couple of foundation levels of training, then you start to get access to tools, we change processes, and each marketer who goes through this gets a new set of KPIs. So it's evolving from a digital marketing organization into a marketing organization that is digital by default. I'd love to take credit for that, but that was a global initiative.
Amazing.
I've done something similar in my last couple of jobs in the APAC region, but and I actually did the training for this program, but globally the idea was driven. So it's a great idea. Every organization should have a level of, I wouldn't necessarily call it digital training, but certainly base level marketing competency training. So yes, you might do brand and PR and media training, but you've got to have modules around CRM and search and analytics. So yeah, fantastic program, working very well for us so far. Everyone in the organization does need to be a marketer, but there's a fundamental problem with training. Most training is one-off and basically you forget it 5 minutes later. What I believe that the next evolution of training is going to be is it's about actually giving guys who go through these training programs almost like a mini MBA. So bringing people together to work on projects, giving them set budgets to work on, refreshing that training every quarter and making it almost institutionalized. It's something you do every week, every month, every year. And then to get really smart at it, the best organizations are embedding their marketers into other organizations. Imagine the power of training up people who do demand generation into Google for 3 months. Or doing a job swap with your agencies. So your account director that's on your agency side working for a brand like Philips could sit in our office and actually play the role of marketing manager while our marketing manager goes in the agency side, does the same job. Unless you're doing it in an ongoing, regular dialogue and regular sets of training, most marketing training falls over. So I think it's a really exciting space, but it's going to change radically over the next 3 years. But what I find is there's 2 layers of marketers. Marketers who are digital by default, but they struggle when it comes to more the traditional marketing. They don't really understand things like TV, advertising, branding. They become very technical specialists. Whereas people who are very traditional marketers or come from that traditional marketing background struggle with the technology part of digital. And it's challenging because you're right, in the first 90 or so days, you must get an exposure to everything in your new organization, new processes and so on. But also I think it makes a lot of sense to embed yourself into partners and collaborate, because effectively you're all in it together, all moving towards the one end outcome. So why not kind of get in together and share resources?